The first call came on a Tuesday night exactly at midnight. John was jolted awake by the shrill ring of his phone, which he had forgotten to silence before drifting off to sleep. He groggily reached over to answer it, expecting it to be one of his neighbors or maybe even a telemarketing scam. But as he brought the phone to his ear, a voice whispered a single phrase in his ear, "I'm waiting." John's heart was racing as he hung up the phone, wondering if he had just imagined the whole thing. He chalked it up to a weird dream and tried to go back to sleep, but his mind was racing with paranoia. The next night, exactly at midnight, the call came again. This time, John didn't hesitate, he answered immediately. The voice on the other end spoke in hushed tones, "I know what you did." John's blood ran cold as he listened to the cryptic message. He tried to reason with himself that it was just some prankster or a wrong number, but deep down he knew something was off. The calls continued every night at midnight. John started to dread the sound of his own phone ringing, knowing what awaited him on the other end. The messages grew more ominous. "You can't escape, I'll find you," and finally, "Goodbye, John." As the days went by, John became a shadow of his former self. He stopped leaving the house, fearing that someone was watching him. His relationships began to fray as he became increasingly withdrawn. One night, John decided he'd had enough. He picked up the phone at midnight, ready to confront whatever entity was calling him. But instead of a voice, he heard only silence. The line was dead. John waited for what felt like an eternity, expecting another call or some kind of revelation. But nothing came. It was as if his own number had been disconnected, leaving John with more questions than answers. As the days passed without another call, John began to rebuild his life. He started to re-engage with the world, though he couldn't shake the feeling that someone or something was still waiting for him in the shadows. And then, exactly at midnight one night, the phone rang again. This time, there was only one voice on the other end, John's own.